option. If you have a closet that has walls and no windows, that is going to be the better option than the bathroom with a window. But if your bathroom on the first floor, if you don't have a basement, if your bathroom doesn't have a window, bathroom again will also be that safest option. So if you're so if we can get that storm track back up, if you're just now joining with us, we should be starting our 5 o'clock newscast. But again, we have a tornado warning currently in effect for Menominee and Oneida counties. So going to be tracking northeast. You can see just southwest of Route 55 is right where that rotation is. Tracking northeast, it should be at Boulder Lake Campground at 5:08 p.m. tonight. Then Chute Pond County Park 5:21. 5:22, it should be in Mountain with 5:27 p.m. Bear Paw Scout Camp, then arriving at Riverview at 5:29. If we can get some of those winds popping up to see some of the more rotation or even winds, that would be great. So looking at that again, hasn't moved too much, I would say, in the past 3 minutes that we've been on the air with this tornado warning. Looks a little less intense with some of that rotation. So there we go. You can kind of see started in the Zor area, and then started tracking a little bit off to our northeast, and that's where it kind of picked up some of that rotation. And now we're starting to see some of that weaken. So that tornado warning could come to an end a little bit earlier than 5:45 p.m. So just keep that in mind for this evening. But again, it's currently in effect until 5:45 p.m. We have that through Menominee and Oneida counties, just south of Langlade. So if you're off of Route 55, that's where we're seeing that rotation that's just going to start moving through there. I would say in terms of intensity, it definitely looks like a lower end of that in terms of the scaling and the rating of a tornado, but this is definitely more tree heavy populated area where that can definitely do some damage. So here's a look at that track moving northeast, and then we're seeing that rotation just southwest of Route 55. You can kind of see where that bright green area is. That's where we're detecting a lot of that rotation in the area. So again, going to be looking at 5:22 p.m. Chute Pond County Park is when it arrived. At 5:23 in Mountain, 5:29 Bear Paw Scout Camp. So just southwest of Route 55 is where we're seeing that rotation. As I said, this is definitely tree populated area, so tree density with that can definitely do some tree damage to this area. We are going to be seeing this in effect until 5:45 p.m. tonight. That's at least when the National Weather Service has that in effect, until it could end earlier, as we are kind of seeing some of that rotation weakening so far, but it looks like it's just going to start trying to go over Route 55 so far. And if you are outside, definitely move indoors. It is definitely going to be rain wrapped, so if you're trying to peek at it, you're not going to see it just because of the clouds and the density of the rain, the heavier rainfall. And again, indoors, lowest level of your house, that's definitely going to be a basement. If you don't have a basement, move to the most interior room, put as many walls around you. That's going to either be a bathroom without a window, it could even be a closet. So don't have any windows. If you don't get in a room that has windows, definitely surround yourself with as many walls for this evening. So again, it's tracking further northeast. It looks like it's trying to just go over Route 55 right now. If we can get that velocity going back up.
Sure. I can do that for you.
If we're just now joining us again, we should be starting our 5 o'clock newscast, but we just got a tornado warning in effect for areas such as Menominee and Oneida counties. So going to be looking at that arriving in Mountain area, or excuse me, in Oconto County, not Oneida, Oconto County within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Right now it looks like it is over Menominee area. You can see exactly where Phil circled. That is where that rotation is. I would say within the past 10 minutes that we've been on the air, this rotation has weakened, so it is not quite as intense. That could lead towards the system weakening, that tornado weakening in the area. So you see that bright green that went through, that has now turned to a less of a brighter green. That indicates some of that rotation is trying to weaken. So here's that debris tracker. It looks like
I don't really see anything.
Yeah, not really too much going through in terms of debris, but
Which is good.
Yeah, that's definitely a good sign. I will say this is definitely more of a tree dense area rather than population dense, so more vacation homes are going to be out there. Areas that are not included in that warning will be Langlade, but just south of Langlade area is where that warning is going to be. So again, Menominee and even Oconto County seeing that warning.
Let me take this off again. All right.
So here we're looking at that rotation, just trying to make its way, it looks like, over Route 55 there. So again, that brighter green area that indicates that rotation, it's not quite as intense as what we had, let's say, 5-10 minutes ago. So again, that indicates some sort of weakening. But if you're just now joining us, here's where we're seeing in terms of arrival of that system. So it could be a very weak tornado system trying to move through. Looking at Bagley Rapids Campground at 5:19, arriving in Mountain at 5:20 p.m. Then Bear Paw Scout Camp at 5:26 p.m. 5:30 should be in Nicolay Forest area. So again, should be arriving over in the next 15 minutes. Bagley Rapids Campground, that's off of Route 32 there. So it's trying to push over Route 55. Currently should arrive right over Route 32 within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're in those areas further northeast, you still have some time to get into your safe spot. Again, basement. If you don't have a basement, surround yourself with as many walls as possible. That's going to be the most interior room of your home. So that could be a bathroom. That could even be a closet as well. So here's that tornado safety plan. The hallway's a good option. If your bathroom has a window, your bathroom's not going to be the best place, so a hallway will definitely be better, as again, it is the most interior part of your home, even a closet as well. So if you're outdoors, move indoors with this system. But again, that best place is really going to be that basement. And if you are in an apartment, apartments can be a little bit more tricky. I would say move to the lowest level if you can. If not, again, best plan would be get into a hallway or even that bathroom if it doesn't have a window. The most interior room. Surround as many walls around you if
Audrey,
possible.
It looks like they may have canceled that tornado warning.
So it looks like we have an update right now, which is coming through. That tornado warning has been canceled, and as we were saying, it looks like that rotation was weakening. So that's definitely not a surprise here. But again, we had that tornado warning that just popped up. Looks like it lasted about 10 minutes. We'll definitely have more details as we continue to track more thunderstorms trying to push through for this evening. So you can see here we have more thunderstorms off to central Wisconsin, trying to move into the northeast parts of the state. So we can see more severe thunderstorms that will briefly pop up, maybe additional tornado warnings that could be issued. But again, we'll keep you updated here on Fox 11. I'm Fox 11 meteorologist Audrey Lee. Our severe weather index is going to be moderate for this evening as we're looking at a few showers and thunderstorms